In this brand new series, I started a landscape company, but there's one problem. We don't have any money. We have $0, a push mower, and our truck. Will I be able to make a profit with this company, or will I just go broke? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys are enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe. Well, we have a few jobs for today to do on this subdivision. We need to try to get some money because we have $0. We're going to need money for gas, and we would like to upgrade at some point. We're just pulling up to the first customer. He got a pretty big yard, and it's going to be a lot of work with our push mower, but we got to get to it. We got a couple more houses to do on this subdivision, so we got to get started. I'm hoping we can get a new mower at some point very soon. We're charging $65 for this size property, and they're all pretty much the same on this subdivision, so we should make all right money. I don't know what we should get next. I would like to get a ride-on lawnmower, but we only got one problem with that. We don't have a trailer, and I don't really think we can fit it in back of the truck or take it out without any ramps. I found this lawnmower on Marketplace. It's not the best mower. I wish it had a bag on it because now I gotta rake everything up when we're done. I'm trying to do this company mostly without getting loans, so we're going to try to build as much profit as we can doing these jobs to have very little loans that we need to get more equipment. I'm hoping we can get enough money to buy a chainsaw just so we can start a firewood business and we can cut down trees on certain properties if they need us to for extra cash. Well, this is the first property. We got it done. We got one little patch left to do. Then we're going to go collect our money, and we got more properties to do. The very first bit of money for this company, $65. Now, I'm hoping we can get a bit more. There's a couple more houses we got to do. So I'm going to hop in the truck, and we're going to head on over. It wasn't a far travel. It's pretty much 2 houses down. I didn't want to leave my truck in front of the other house, even though it would have probably been faster just to walk down with the mower, but we are definitely going to have to try to get another piece of equipment because at this rate, we're probably not going to get as much money as we want because we can only do so many lawns a day with this mower. We should be able to get a couple $100 today just for this area. Then tomorrow, I'm hoping we can get that again, hopefully in another area, and just keep doing that until we got enough for a better mower. I've been looking at Marketplace because I don't think we're going to go with a brand new one just for the fact we can't really afford it. We're not making that much money that we can just go spend $5,000 on a brand new ride-on lawnmower. Well, that's still pretty far out because we could probably make about $400 a day. So maybe by next week we can get a new mower. That's the second property done now, and it's 10 o'clock, so we got 2 hours now on 2 houses, which isn't too bad. Another $65, so we're at 130, which is not too bad for 2 hours worth of work. This is the final house on this subdivision. We should be able to get this done by 11:30ish. This property don't look like it was done in a while. It's pretty overgrown. We're probably going to have to get a brush cutter at some point because if we run into properties like this in the future and they got bushes they want to get rid of, it's kind of hard to do with a lawnmower. What I've been doing so far is just ripping them out by hand. But this property really needs some TLC. It's pretty much overgrown. Like, you can't even walk around in the backyard. It looks like there's a gravel walkway right here. That's how much the grass has grown. I'm having a bit of trouble with this lawnmower, with this line. It's just so long. I might have to go over it again to get a good cut. And I really hope I don't have to because that's going to take a lot longer than I want to. Okay, I ended up cutting it again because I wasn't too happy with the way it looked. But we finally got it done. But we got a bit of extra work to do. They want us to cut down this tree. It's just in the way. But we got one problem. We don't have a chainsaw. We don't have enough money for a chainsaw. So we're going to have to run down and see if we can find a cheap axe. We'll put this in back of the truck and we're going to head on down and grab the axe without them knowing we didn't have one. But first, I'm going to clean up their yard. I'm going to put their garbage cans back by the bridge. I really wish we had enough money for a chainsaw because we got to cut this tree down and we got to take it off the property, and that's going to take a long time with an axe. And hopefully they don't look out and see us doing it. It'd be pretty embarrassing and they might feel bad for us, and we don't want that. Well, we got one. It's not the best one that was there. It's the cheapest one. It ended up being $50. It's nothing fancy at all. But as long as it can cut this tree down, this tree is going to be difficult to cut. I got to try to get it so it don't hit this house or crush their furniture. So I think I'm going to put it this way and hopefully it don't destroy anything. Minor. That's minor stuff. I don't want you to put a little dent in the top. They won't see that. I've been doing this for at least 2 hours now, and we got it pretty much done. I have somebody that's willing to buy this firewood, and that's where we're gonna head next. I think I should grab the truck and bring it back here because I really don't want to lug all this to the road, but I also don't want to drive over the line. I double checked with the homeowner before I brought my truck back here just in case, and he was okay with it. So I'm gonna load this truck up, drop this firewood off, and hopefully we got a bit of time. We can go do a couple more lawns before the day's over. I would like to cut the wood a bit better, but I had an axe. This is the best I could do. I cut down a full tree and I got rid of everything, so I think we're doing pretty good for what we had. We made $300 off this job, and I must say we really worked for that $300. We better go drop this wood off because it's getting pretty late, and I'm hoping we can at least get one more line to do before the day's over. We're just going to dump it in his wood shed, and it looks like he don't have a lot, so hopefully we can get a chainsaw so we can probably get him as a client. But it also looks like his lawn needs to be mowed. So I might go knock on his door when we get this unloaded and grab the money and see if he wants us to do his lawn. He didn't want us to do the lawn, which would have been perfect because we would have probably been able to do an extra one. But we did get $20 off him for the firewood, which is pretty good because we had to get rid of it anyway. But we got another property to do, and it looks like it's about the same size as the other ones. This property is overgrown too, and I'm hoping we're going to have a better experience than the last one. And hopefully we can get it done a bit quicker because it's a bit later in the day and I really don't want to stay here till 7 o'clock at night trying to get this lawn. I would like to get more commercial projects, but we're not going to get them with a push mower, so we got to keep going and try to get money so we can get a ride-on lawnmower and a trailer. Then we're going to bid on some commercial jobs because that's where the real money is. Well, it's about 6 o'clock and we got this line done, so I'm just going to pack up the truck and we're going to head home. Well, we got another 65, which brings us to a grand total of 465 for the day. But it would have been 515 if we didn't have to buy that axe. So I think we did pretty good today. And this is going to be the end, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Well, boys, it's day 2 of our mowing business, and first things first, we're gonna have to get some fuel for the truck and the mower. We had a pretty good day yesterday, and I'm hoping we're gonna have the same amount of jobs as yesterday so we can actually start getting ahead. Hopefully we can be able to buy something a little bit bigger after today, I'm hoping. But first, let's stop at Johnny John's store and we'll get some fuel. This is a very old gas station. We're going to fill up the mower and the truck, and we're going to head on over to another subdivision, and hopefully we get some good jobs. Now, I'm not going to fill this truck up. It is a pig on fuel, so we're just going to put the bare minimum in to get us where we need to go. 30 in the truck, 5 in the mower. I think we're good to go. We're pulling up to the very first job on this other subdivision, and the lines are pretty big up here, so we're going to be charging a little bit more. I've been having a little bit problems with this mower. I'm hoping it lasts me until I'm able to actually buy something a little bit better and bigger. So we're just going to take our time with everything and hope it will last us until we're able to actually buy something a little bit better. But we got to get this line done because we got a nice few properties due today. And the good part is they're all in the same area, so I'm hoping we can get it done pretty quick so we can go to another area and get some more jobs. But we have to wait and find out because these are really big lines, and I don't know how long it's going to take me with a push mower yet. I've been looking at brush cutters at Home Depot and other stores, and they're pretty expensive, but I really believe we do need to get one. It'd make our job a lot easier if we just have one. There's only one downfall. I'm kind of nervous to buy the brush cutter because our mower is not very good. So we need to really think about what we want next. But I think a mower would be a little bit better than a brush cutter. But I might be able to pick both of those up for a good price on Marketplace, so I'm keeping an eye out. But we do need to get something with a wider deck because our cut path is not very big with a push mower, and it's taking way too long for the amount of money we're making. This hump in the backyard is making it very difficult to go over. I don't know why there's just a random hump in this yard, but we gotta go around it. It's just hard work. Well, that's another yard done. That's the first one of the day, and that's another client we got to come back in another week. We got our money. We made $85 off this lawn, which is pretty good for our company, and we probably will be able to get a new mower. But the only problem is, if we get a rod on one, we don't have a trailer. So I'm looking at getting one, or even getting a loan of one certain days of the week, just so we can get two of the jobs we need to get to. What did we get ourselves into? Because this lawn here is probably going to be really hard for us to do. The driveway is steep, the land is steep. I'm pretty sure there's a cliff on the back, and I don't know who did their landscaping here, but there's just random humps everywhere, and I don't think it's going to be easy for us to do with our push mower, but hopefully we can get it. And we're probably going to have to charge them a bit more for hazard pay because this looks like a pretty dangerous location. Well, I won't have to go to the gym today because I'm going to be pushing this mower up big hills all day. Is it too late to turn around now? Because I think we're going to have a lot of problems on this property. I'm already getting stuck with the mower. I can't get a good cut, but I already accepted the job, so we got to just push through and hopefully we can get it done. I'm hoping they don't want us to do the hill because that's pretty steep, but I got a feeling they want it done. It looks like it wasn't done for a while, and there's a lot of grown up bushes. Phew, this is way too much work. Why did I agree to this? I should have just ignored the hill and just went on by. I'm hoping we don't get this property as a return client because this property is really hard to do. We can barely get over the humps they got in their yard, and the amount of money we're going to need to do properties like this one here, I can't see them paying it, so I think this might be our last time doing this property. I would like to have it again if we can get the money needed to do it and better equipment, but for what we got now, it's not really worth it. That took a lot longer than I wanted it to, but we did make $150, which is pretty good, but it's not because we worked so hard on this property, and I don't think they want us again because they said that was expensive. But when your lines like that is, you got to charge more because it's taking you a lot longer. But we got more jobs to do, so we better get into it so we can finally get some money to buy more equipment. We're doing pretty good. We got almost 10 lines that we got to do every week and a half, so that's pretty good. Now we just gotta find more work and more equipment, and hopefully we can hire on someone because this is starting to become a lot for just me, but we just got no money right now. But I'm hoping we're gonna hit $1,000 before this day is over because there's still a couple more properties we got. That's number 3 done. Now we gotta go collect our money. We made $100 off this property, and I think that's pretty good. We got a couple more to do, so let's just get into it. And hopefully we got enough time today to go to a store and check on the prices of mowers because ours is making a weird sound and I don't really trust it. And I can't really afford for that to break because that's how we're making our money. Well, this property here, he's a really good friend of mine. He owns a construction business, so we're going to mow his lawn probably regularly. And he owns a couple apartment buildings, so we're trying to work out a deal where we can mow his properties, but we're still not there yet. He kind of wants to see how we're going to do first. He noticed we only got a push mower, and I don't think he really trusts us to be able to do his apartment buildings with just this mower and keep up. That's why I'm trying to get enough money so we can get a bigger mower. I think that's the fastest we mowed a lawn. I guess because we know him, we're trying to impress him and trying to get more work out of him with his apartment buildings, but He's still a client. He's still got to pay. So we got to go get the money. We made $100 out this job. So that puts us up to $865. We got one more property to do today. It's actually on the other side of town. We went there and sold firewood the other day. He didn't want us to mow the lawn then. I don't know what changed. It's only been one day, but it's another job for us. Another $100 at least. So let's go. We're just pulling up to the house now, and I noticed the firewood we brought yesterday is gone. So this might give us a chance to make a bit more money on the side. I'm going to ask him if he wants some firewood, and we'll bring a full pickup load, about $150 worth, and hopefully he wants it, because that's a lot of extra money for us. But this is the last line we're going to do today. It should bring us up to about 900 and almost. Oh my, what just happened? Okay. Well, this ain't good. There's something wrong with our mower. It won't start. I knew there was a weird sound coming from this mower earlier, but I thought it would at least last us until we can get something new. But I don't know where to start, try to fix this. Maybe if I throw it, it might just turn on. But I can't put up with this much more. Well, I guess we're not going to do this line. I don't know what to do now. Is either try to get this fixed at a small engine shop, which could be a couple $100, or do I just try to find a new mower? I don't know what to do, but I do know this line is not getting done today, so I'm just going to pack up the truck. I'm going to have to look on Marketplace. I'm going to have to look everywhere possible to try to find a new mower, and we got to do it quick because he still wants us to do the line. I told him I'd be back tomorrow if I can find the lawnmower. So this is going to be the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the next. Welcome back everybody to another episode of our mowing business. We got a bit of a problem. Last episode our mower gave out, but I just went in Tractor Supply and they don't have a mower that's good enough for what we need. And I can't find anybody to fix the mower we have. So I'm going to check out the dealer across the road. Hopefully they got something. But anything's better than the mower we have right now because it does not work. But I think we might have to finance one. I didn't want to do that. Well, that hurt the wallet. We ended up getting a $10,000 loan and we put $865 down. And this is what we got. We got a tilt deck trailer, which is in pretty good shape. And we got a John Deere 330 ride-on lawnmower. Seen better days, but I'm hoping I got enough life left to make my money back plus more. But we got to go back to that property we couldn't finish yesterday because our mower broke down. Now I got to see how good I am at backing up trailers. I don't have much practice with it. As long as I don't take out the mailbox and hit the woodshed, I think we're going to be okay. But I think we did pretty good backing up. I'm going to unload the mower because we got to get a lot of properties done to pay for everything we got. As of right now, we don't even have money for fuel. So we better hurry up and make some money. I must say, I do like this trailer and I do like this mower. It's just, we weren't really ready to take on a $10,000 loan, but stuff happens. You need to keep going with the business. The only good part about what happened to us is now we can bid on commercial properties now, which I'm pretty excited for. We couldn't do that. We only had a push mower before, so it would have been impossible to even do any sort of property that was bigger than a residential. So we got a couple lined up. We got to do the football field for the local school, which is a pretty good amount of money we're going to make off that one. And we got the school to do. So we got a pretty busy day. Now that didn't take us any time. It is way faster than our push mower, but we got to hurry up. We got more to do. I'm going to put this on a trailer. It's pretty scary coming up this trailer. Now, I don't know what happens, but every job I go to, the mailbox gets cracked off. And it wasn't me, so I don't know how. But I'm a good company guy, so I'm going to try to fix it for them. And hopefully you don't look out and see us trying to fix it because he might actually think it was us, which it wasn't. You know how hard you would have to hit this? It's made out of brick. So I don't think it was me. I only got a push mower. You had to hit this with like an excavator or something. It couldn't have been me, but I can't fix it. Hopefully he don't come out. So we're going to try to meet him at the door, but I got to put our trailer down first. What's wrong with it? Oh my, the battery's only dead on our truck now. One thing after another. So I'm probably gonna have to call a tow truck and see if they could boost it, but if not, they're gonna have to bring it to a garage, and that's just so much money. Unless this homeowner got booster cable. He didn't have any booster cables, but we made $110 off that job, and he said we could leave our truck here. So I'm just gonna grab our mower and head to the next job because we're gonna have to try to get some money to pay for whatever's wrong with our truck, and it's pretty far away. It's going to take me about 40 minutes to get there on the mower, so I better hurry up. The only good thing is this next job's a commercial one, and we're going to make a nice bit of money off it. Well, I lied. It didn't take me 40 minutes to get here. It took me 39 minutes, and that's going with top speed. Boy, I'm going to try to mow this as fast as possible. There's a game tonight, and I'm a bit late getting here. I would like to get a new truck. I think that's probably going to be what we're saving up for next, because our truck's just not reliable. But the only problem is a brand new truck or a used truck is way more than we have. We don't even have enough for fuel, but we're going to have to try to figure something out, and we're going to have to do it pretty quick because that truck's probably going to be expensive to fix. I'm just hoping it's a battery, but I just didn't have time to mess with it. Well, this property didn't take too long. I did it in under an hour, which is way faster than we ever did a lawn with our push mower. So I'm pretty excited that we bought a brand new, not new, it's new to us, mower. But I just wish it didn't cost so much, because if this don't last us at least 2 months, we're in big trouble. Look at the money. We made a lot of money off this job. $1,500. I can't believe it. I didn't think we'll ever see that mowing a lawn, but I guess commercial jobs, they just pay a lot better. And a good thing for us, our next commercial job is just right across the road at the school. Wow, they really let this lawn go. Look how tall the grass is. It's not very even either. I don't know who landscaped this place, but it's not done very good. I wonder, are those yellow things weeds or flowers? But I don't have time to go ask. I'm just gonna cut them down, and hopefully they don't really notice them gone. Well, I got the property done, but we did get in trouble. They were flowers, and they really liked their flowers, so we're gonna lose a couple $100 because we cut them down. He said we could have replaced them ourselves, but I just don't have the time for that, and I really don't want to. So we're just gonna lose $200. Well, I got the call. The tow truck driver's almost to this garage, so I'm gonna go in, talk to the mechanic, and see what we can do with the truck, and see if he can get it put in today, because we're gonna need it. We got a lot of work to do. Hopefully this don't cost too much. Good news, he's gonna fit us in as soon as the truck gets here. Well, that tow truck driver was no help. Look where he put the truck. The truck don't even work. So I gotta try to push this truck to the garage now, and the mechanic won't help me. You think he would have got in the steer at least? Whew. Like, now this truck is heavy. Whew. I'm out of shape. But I guess you don't really push trucks every day, so is there really a shape for that? But we're almost there. That was a lot of work, but I finally got it in, and the mechanic came up last second. I thought he was going to help, but he just told me to hurry up. But we got it in the garage. They're going to go look at it. But while they're doing that, there's a property across the road that I noticed their lawn needs to be cut, and I might be able to get that job. But I just finished sending the truck driver $60 for the tow, so we're behind 60 from that. We're just spending today. We're spending a lot of money, so we gotta try to make as much as we can back. And we got our mower here, so let's go across the road and mow the lawn. I don't like fences at all. It just gets caught up every time with the mowers. But this looks like an easy property for us to do if I can just stay away from the fence. Well, I guess I gotta stay away from the playgrounds too, because I just hit this slide, flipped over my mower, fell on my head, and it's left going. Now I gotta try to flip this over by myself. Almost. There we go. Oh, I don't want to cut anything, but we gotta flip it over. We're getting our workout today. That's two things we have to do that we shouldn't have to do, but that's all we can do. I got that line done. We made $110, but he wants us to do a little bit more work. He wants us to dig out this area and put down some gravel for his basketball court. Now, I didn't tell him I don't have an excavator, so I rented one, and I'm hoping we're going to get some good money off this job. Well, I went as cheap as possible with the excavator, and this is what we ended up getting. Now, it's pretty late, so we got a little bit of a discount because we're only getting it till tomorrow morning. They're going to come pick it up, but we paid $550 for this rental. I'm going to just take probably about a foot of dirt off. I don't know really what to do here, but I think that should be enough gravel for what he wants. Well, I just called the gravel place and they're able to deliver some today, so we lucked out. We don't have to come back to this job, and we're going to try to finish this before we leave, and hopefully our truck is done by then. I can't see anything wrong with that. That looks pretty good. Well, the rock slinger's here and he's going to shoot it over the fence. I didn't want to mess up their lawn, and they had a rock slinger on the way to this area, so I got a little discount on the price for delivery. Well, this is pretty good. We can actually control how much we're putting in each spot, but I'm thinking this guy's pretty new because he's putting it all in one spot. Well, I wish I kept the excavator, but I sent it back because we had a rock slinger coming. I thought it'd be easier, but I guess not. But it wasn't very good, but it cost $250. I'm really getting my workout in today. Man, that took me forever, but I finally got it done. We're gonna go collect our money and hopefully our truck is done. Well, we got paid. We got $5,000, so we got to take out for the excavator and a load of rock. So we made $4,200, which is not bad for a rush job. We got it done. Now let's go see if our truck's done. Well, it looks like we won't be getting the truck today. I was just talking to the mechanic. It needs a battery. It needs an alternator. It needs another part. I wasn't even listening to him, but we're not getting it today. So I better grab our mower and make the long journey back to the house. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe for more. Welcome back everybody to a brand new episode, and don't judge my room. This was my childhood room. We're just staying at the parents' house until we can get this company up and running. But the first thing we gotta do, we gotta go pick up our truck. It is done. And I'm not taking the mower this time. We're gonna take the old trusty mini bike. It's not the fastest machine, but we should be able to get there a bit faster than the mower. We only got about half-hour drive on this, I'm hoping. But we got a couple good jobs lined up for today. Well, this thing is slow. We're still not there. We got some traffic behind us, and they're not happy at all. But I told them to go around. If they're not going to, it's not my problem. Finally, we're at the shop. Now let's go in and pay this bill. I'm praying it's not a lot because we don't have much money. We're going to have to do a few lines just to repay that, but we did get a discount. It was $1,000, but he took a bit off just to help us out. I'm pretty happy about that, but we're still going to have to try to get this money back. Well, there she is, the beauty of a truck we got, all brand new. We're gonna have to throw the mini bike in because we gotta go get our trailer. It's been at this other property for a few days and I kind of need it. I'm gonna just throw the mini bike in the back and we're gonna get on our way. Okay, we gotta put a quarter tank of fuel in the truck. I'm thinking that's enough until we get our trailer and our mower. I don't want to have to go to the gas station yet, and I'm gonna have to throw a little bit in the mini bike because we burnt a lot getting over here. It's pretty far drive. We got the trailer. We're heading to the first job, and the worst part is this first job is actually right across from the house we were just at. This job is right across from the parents' house, so we should have did it first, but I just wanted to get our truck and our trailer off Buddy's land. Really, I could just drive the mower over because it's right across the road, but I don't want to have to walk back over, and I kind of need to practice backing up with the trailer on, so may as well do it somewhere where we're not going to get made fun of. Well, I think that's pretty good. That's not going anywhere. We'll throw a strap on that and we'll head across the street and get this job done. This farmer here, he usually does all of his mowing himself, but he's having a little bit of trouble with his mower, so he asked us to do it. And he's good friends with the family, so we kind of have to. He only wants us to do on each side of the driveway, just like one pass. So we're going to do that, but we're going to park the truck up here out of the way so we can do that on our way down. There's a lot of rocks in the line. I don't know how he does it without throwing them across the road like we are doing right now. Hopefully we don't hit a car and break a window because we already spent $700 today. We can't afford to keep losing money on stuff that's not getting us ahead. We need to get a plow truck for the winter. I guess we could put a plow in our truck, but I don't really think it's going to last that long. But this driveway here will be a good one to do the winter. We'll use this little hump to help us turn, and actually worked it pretty good. We didn't have to slow down at all. Been about an hour and a half, and we're so close to getting this property done. I might try to hit this on the mini bike later. I think we'll probably send it pretty far. But we only got to do the front now. We just got to tidy it up a bit more. I'm no good at driving these around. Anything with a wall, fence, anything like that, I just keep getting stuck. I got to work on driving. Well, we're almost done. I'm going down to grab the truck, and I'm going to come back with the mini bike because I don't want to drive the truck that far. We don't have a lot of gas, and we still got to drive a half hour to the gas station. If we can get a couple more properties like this one here, we can actually get our money back from the truck that cost us a nice bit. We're just redlining this mini bike. We're trying to get enough speed to hit this jump, and hopefully we don't die. Okay, we went pretty far. That was amazing. I think we're going to try to find some more. This property got a lot of jumps. I wish there was more suspension on this mini bike because this is starting to hurt. Okay, we're having too much fun. We gotta go up get the money. We got jobs to do. We're going straight to the door. Okay, we almost landed on the rail. That would have been pretty cool. $350, that's not too bad at all. We gotta go back to the truck. We got one more job to do on the way to the gas station, and I might stop in the Tractor Supply. We're looking at getting a little shop. Got the piece of land. We just don't have a shed, and we're gonna buy a prefab one. I'm just getting tired of lifting this mini bike in, so we're gonna try something different. We're gonna try to land back the truck. Ah, so close. Well, it's better than lifting it from the ground. Maybe if I had the lawnmower moved over, we actually could have landed that jump. Well, this is the commercial project we just got. We're doing a fire station. There's not much to do here, but where's a commercial job for the city, we're actually going to make a nice bit of money off this one. Shouldn't take us too long. There's really not much here. It's just a bit uneven. A couple more passes and we'll have this property done. There is a gas station right next to this. Well, I like going to Johnny John's store. He's a family friend and he's a local gas station just trying to make it. So we'll go to him. Well, that's another property done. We'll check that one off. We'll get our money sent to us and we'll go get some more fuel because we're on the gas light. $80, not too bad. There wasn't too much line there. It only took us about 30 minutes to do, so we made pretty good money. Well, I put 50 in the truck, 10 in the mower, 5 in the mini bike, $65 worth of fuel. But Johnny John, he got us some work, which is going to help us out. He wants us to clean up over here, so we just got to knock down the brush, mow the lawn just in this area, and he's going to have some scrap company come out and look at everything and probably get rid of it, which wouldn't hurt. Well, the mower shifted a little bit. It's too far up. I gotta haul it back so we can actually tilt our trailer. He didn't want us to do around the store. I don't know why, because it's pretty long up there too. But he said he'd get that stuff himself. He just wants to focus on over here because he got the guys coming out next week to see if they're gonna take this scrap, and I sure hope they do. It's just in the way. It's hard to get around with the mower. But if it wasn't for this, we probably wouldn't have this job right now, so I can't really complain. Well, we only hit a couple things with the mower. We tossed some wrenches into the woods, but nothing major. Now let's go see Johnny John and we'll get our money. We're going to give him a little discount because he's been pretty good to us. Well, I tried to give him a discount, but he just wouldn't do it. So we ended up making $550, which isn't too bad. We might have to sharpen the blades on our mower. We just got the call. Our shed has been delivered to the piece of property we're going to be leasing off a friend. And we're almost there. You can see it from here. It is not a big shed. We paid a little bit for it. I think this is going to be our shop for a little bit, hopefully. We're probably going to end up putting a fence around at some point. But the good part about it, the one that owns the land, he told us we're allowed to cut down trees because he's going to try to develop this later on. So we got a little firewood business that we could actually start. But this is the shed we got at Tractor Supply. I think it's a pretty good size. We'll be able to put our mowers in it. We paid $4,500 for this shed. That's to be delivered to this property. I don't think that's a bad price. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but we can always put another one here. I just sent off 200 bucks for the lease of this property. It's not a bad price. There's nothing here, just a gravel driveway. I'm going to run the Tractor Supply again. I forgot to grab a chainsaw, and we actually got a job. We got to cut down a tree and deliver some firewood, so we got to go get this chainsaw before they close. We paid $1,000 for this chainsaw, and we bought a gas can, but that's a lot of money. We actually spent so much money today that we're actually going to have to get more and more jobs just to try to get our investment back. We're going to put the mower in the shed because we need the trailer. We're keeping it as logs. We're not going to split it up for him. We don't have the equipment for that right now. Well, this is the tree, and this is the one that's closest to the shop. So timber, we're going to clean it up. We're going to get it into logs, and we're going to throw it on the trailer, and we're going to bring it to him because it's 4:30 now. It's getting pretty late. We got to get back and close the shop up. Oh my, this is so much work. We're gonna have to get a skid steer if we're gonna keep up this business, or a processor, because this is a lot of work. Only took me about an hour and a half to throw these logs on, and they are heavy. But we're gonna head to his house now, and hopefully we could just lift the trailer up and they're gonna fall off. Well, it looks like somebody needs their lawn mowed, so maybe we're gonna get a couple more jobs. Oh, we almost lost the trailer. We came in a bit too hot and we almost flipped over. Hopefully you didn't see that. Now we gotta try to back up right to the backyard. And I'm not very good with these trailers. Well, the moment of truth. Will this just slide off the trailer? I sure hope so. It's not gonna slide off. We're probably gonna have to jam it a couple of times. So I'm gonna go forward and back until we don't have a log on anymore. Okay, that's working. It's not doing it that quick, but it's working. Hopefully we don't beat up his patio because we're probably going to beat up concrete, but I really don't want to lift these logs off. We almost got them all off. Okay, the last one's sliding off now. There's one more. I almost put that through his house, but that's off. Well, it's 5:30. We're going to head back to the shop and we're going to make sure it's all locked up. I'm just going to back this trailer up right in front of the door so you can't open them. We got a lock there, but I don't really trust it. And we're going to leave the pickup truck here because I guess if somebody's going to steal it, they're going to have a full landscape company. We're going to grab the mini bike and we're actually going to take that home because there's a trail right in front of us and it's only a 1 minute, probably 2 minute drive on a mini bike. So this is going to be the end of the video. If you guys are enjoying this content, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next. Welcome back everybody to another episode of the Mowing series. I'm going to need a coffee. Today's going to be a busy day. We put an ad on Marketplace and we actually got a job from it. We got an email this morning. Some guy wants us to go over and clear a property that he's bought, and it's been abandoned for a couple years now, and there's a lot of garbage. There's a lot of overgrown bushes, but we better hurry up and head on over because this is probably going to take us a half a day just to do this property, and we still got our regular clients that we got to take care of today, so we're going to head on over. Now, he gave us some directions. He said it's right next to the fire station, but I have never seen a house by the fire station. I guess it's just covered up that bad we can't see it from the road. I'm hoping our mower is enough to actually get through most of this brush, but if it isn't, I got something lined up. We got a skid steer, just so we can pick the garbage up and put it in the dump trailer we got rented. We got that for the full day if we need it. So we got a lot of work to do on this property, so we'll head on over right now with our mower. I'm just going to throw the mini bike into the shed because this is pretty easy to steal and I really like having it. It's a bit fun to use after work. It's about a 20-minute drive for us from our shop to the first job we got to do. I was talking to the rental place and the skid steer and the dump trailer should be on site within an hour. Okay, I just passed the fire station and I really can't see, so I'm going to take my time and look in through the trees and to actually find this property that we're supposed to clear around. I think I found the property. You could barely see it. You can only see the roof. I lived here since I was a kid and I have never noticed this house behind these trees. I'm guessing that's the first pile of debris we gotta clean up. Apparently there's a lot around here, so I'm a bit nervous to use the mower. Okay, we found the front door of the house, but I'm a bit nervous to use the mower because there's steel, there's wood, there's garbage, there's a chair. There's just so much stuff out behind this house. Well, that barbecue is in pretty good shape. And lucky for us, he said anything we see on the property, we can have and we can sell it. So that will go on Marketplace and this will go straight in the dumpster. I don't see anything here that we could use. But is that another car? Now this one has tires, but it's not really in a good enough shape to drive. But I do want to see if we could drive it to our trailer. So we'll wait till we get the skid steer just so we can push it on the trailer. Well, that wasn't the call I was expecting. The rental place, they're a little bit behind. So what we're going to do until they get here, we're going to haul the mower off and we're going to try to mow what we can. And hopefully we can get the bushes. We've been getting a nice few jobs lately. So I've been on Marketplace. I've been pretty much everywhere on the internet trying to find another mower because we're soon going to have to expand this company because it's becoming a lot of work for just me. So I'm looking to hire at least one more person to mow lawns. So before I can do that, I got to get the mower, and I can't really find one that we can afford right now. Well, I went to lunch and I came back and they had the trailer dropped off and the skid steer, which is going to help us out a lot because I was doing pretty bad with the mower. Let's just say I probably got it damaged pretty good underneath. It's probably gonna have to be resharpened, but we're gonna get rid of these piles before we actually use it anymore. I'm hoping everything fits in this dump trailer. Like, I don't want to have to get another load because I don't think it's 2 full loads and I don't want to pay for another dump charge. But we're going to keep loading it up and we'll push whatever we got to down and we'll make the room. That trailer probably was overloaded, but he came by and he grabbed it and he's gone to the dump with it. But I'm going to try to get this car out of the way. We're going to put this one on the trailer. I ended up selling this one for $200 to the scrapyard. I just got to bring it there myself, and I got somebody coming by later to grab the other car. He's going to try to restore it. It don't look like you can restore it. Before I get out to the road, I'm going to try this car. I'm hoping it works. It'd be kind of cool to test it out. The only problem I could see, besides as a piece of junk, is there's a tire missing. So hopefully it fires up. We'll get in and try it. Okay. Well, that wasn't bad at all. It actually fired up on the 3rd try. Now, it don't sound the best whatsoever, and it got a pirate ship steering wheel, so it might not be the best decision to bring this on the road and hit a deer. We gotta watch out. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna put it on the trailer. I can't really afford a fine for even taking this on the road. I was almost thinking about keeping it just for using in the back roads. Well, I ended up selling the barbecue on Marketplace for $150, which is a good deal for him, and it's extra money for us because we almost threw it in the dumpster. And the guy that ended up buying this scrap vehicle, he should be here in an hour to pick it up. We have so much mowing to do on this property. He wants it all cleared out. He got a company coming in next week to put in a new driveway. We got to have it done. It's not going to take us too long to do this property. I'm keeping the skid steer just in case we got some bushes that we can't get with the mower, and I don't want to haul them out by hand. And we got a couple of trees that we got to take down, so that's going to come in handy for hauling the trees away. We got all the mowing done, so we're gonna get the trees knocked down because we got somebody coming by and we're gonna make $300 off these trees, which is gonna help us out a lot. We're making a lot more profit than we thought because there's a lot of extra stuff we can get rid of. Well, it's all completed. It only took us 6 hours to get everything that the homeowner wanted done. We made $8,000 off this job, and I'm pretty excited because we got enough money to expand this company a bit more, and we got a couple more jobs we got to do. Usually we'll do the whole subdivision, but it's pretty late now, so we're only going to get a chance to do a couple properties. So we're going to start this first one now, and we're going to see how many we can do today, and if we run out of time we're going to come back tomorrow to finish everything else up. Well, we got the first one done, and we made $100 off this job, which is our normal charge for this size of line. But we still got a bit of time, so I'm gonna go across the road and we're gonna try to get that one done. It usually don't take us too long to do these lines, and probably about 45 minutes per line. So I'm hoping, if my calculations are right, we should be able to get one more after this one. Well, we got that one done. I'm just going to tidy up his garbage cans because I kind of knocked into them, and we're going to collect our money, and we should have enough time to finish another line. Well, we made $100 off that job, and one of our next clients, is that a for sale sign on that trailer? I gotta go down and have a look at that, because if it's in our price range, I know we're trying to save up money for another mower, but I would like to have this camper just for the fact that I can move out and I can actually afford to without having to buy a house or get an apartment. And I got the right piece of land for it. He wants $10,000 for it, and I really can't afford to spend that amount. So I'm gonna see if I could talk him down to at least 9,000 or even lower if possible. It is in really good shape. It'd be the perfect size for us. Well, we got it for a lot less than he was asking, and I should have went lower, but we got it down to $8,000. I'm going to grab the truck because I got to mow his lawn and the camper's in the way. Now, I'm probably going to keep the camper hooked up because I'm going to have two trailers that I got to try to bring back to our property. So I'm just going to take this and probably pull it up by our other trailer without blocking the road off. I'm thinking this is probably going to be the best spot. I'm not in front of anybody's driveway, and you can still get around the two trailers. But I'm just going to mow his lawn because we still got time. This line usually don't take us long to do. It's probably only a half hour. This one's probably the easiest one on the subdivision to do. I can't believe I just spent all the money I made today, but we're able to move out of our parents' house. And look at the deer eating the fresh grass clippings. Gotta scare them off so they get out of our way. Well, we got that one done, and we are done for the day. We actually did so much, and we got a lot done today. But the worst part is, we made a lot of money, but we spent a lot of money today. But we got a house. We're gonna have to make 2 trips, so I'm just gonna put the mower on the trailer, and we're gonna bring the camper back to the land and try to find a nice spot for it. I'm thinking about putting it close to the shed, just so if somebody do come on the property, I can hear them if they're gonna try to break into our shed. But we need to find a level spot. If I pull on this side of the shed, it would be all right. I think it would be a good spot just because the door will be facing out and we're kind of at the way. The only problem I got is the land slopes down a lot here, so it's going to be pretty hard to sleep or do anything. So I'm going to try to put it on the other side of the shed if I can back it up without hitting the shed, because it is a bit more level over there, and the door will be facing the other side. And that way I can put the truck across the front and I can bar off the garage and the trailer, so no one can steal it while we're inside the trailer. I'm just going to pull ahead because we're starting to tip the other way, and I kind of want to be somewhat level, but I think this spot is pretty good. Okay, let's check it out. So we got a kitchen, we got our bedroom. We're not really that level side to side, but we should be okay. We got a good kitchen, we got a dining room. Overall, I think it was a good purchase. But we gotta go get our mower. We left it in the middle of the road on the trailer, so we're gonna go pick that up. Okay, we got our mower and our trailer. I'm gonna unhook it and we're gonna head to our parents' house so I can start packing everything up and put it in our new home-ish, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna be living here until we find something better or the winter comes. So this is it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Welcome back everybody to another episode of the Mowing series. We're just gonna get started. We just got up, we got a coffee, and this was our first night in our new pad, I would say. It's pretty comfortable for the size. But we're going to be doing a couple lawns that we didn't get done yesterday for our regular clients. But first, I'm stopping to the dealership because we worked out a deal. We're going to demo one of their mowers they got, and we're going to see if we like it. Okay, it's a pretty nice mower, I must say. It's got a commercial 54-inch deck, which is a lot bigger than the one we got now. It got a bag on it. Overall, I think it's a pretty good mower. It's just the price range is probably too much for us, but we got to try it out. We got 3 properties we got to do. We didn't get finished yesterday, and there's a couple more we got to do, but we can't do them until tomorrow when the homeowners are gone away for the weekend. I'm really hoping this mower is going to work out because we got a lot of properties we got to do, and with just me and one mower, we're not getting them done as fast as we would like, and we can't get more projects. But if this mower works out, I'm able to hire another worker, and we're able to do more, and I can start bidding on more commercial jobs again. I'm also looking at getting a skid steer because we're starting to branch out a little bit. We're going to be start doing driveways, custom landscaping. We're going to try to get more jobs, and we're trying to get higher paying jobs because right now mowing lawns is good money, but it's not enough to get this company where I want it to be. So we're going to finish these lawns up. I'm going to put the mower across the road, and we're going to collect the money from that job. Well, we made $100. This mower, I must say, we got the job done a lot faster with it. We got it done 10 minutes faster than our normal mower. I guess that 54-inch deck really helped. The only difference is we're getting more exercise with this one because we're walking behind it, so I guess we don't need to go to the gym anymore. I don't know if I can justify the price for this. This is $6,000. Now, we wouldn't be able to pay for it cash. We would have to finance this one or get a lease. What? $6,000 is a lot. I do like what it does. It does the lines a lot faster. It's just, is this the right mower for the company? Or am I better off taking that $6,000 borrowing power we can have and get a skid steer? That's where I'm at right now. I don't know. We'll decide that later on because we got those 2 properties done. We made $200 and we got to bring back that mower, and tomorrow we're coming back because there's a couple more properties we gotta do on the end, and once we get that done, we're good for another 10 days. Now we're gonna head over to the dealership and drop this off, and then we're gonna be heading to that new job we gotta do. I'm thinking about selling this trailer. It's a nice trailer, but I think we need something a little bit longer. Well, I just dropped off the mower, and he said he could give us a better deal, but I just really don't want to commit to a mower yet. I want to try out a couple more models, and he was talking about a skid steer is a smaller one, but apparently it's going to be closer in our price range. That model is supposed to be here next week because there's a brand new one that just came on the market. Well, I found the property, but there's one problem. There's no bridge. Call the homeowner and try to find out how you get to this property, and he said, well, there was a way over, but where it was abandoned for a couple of years, there was no upkeep done on the bridge and they had to tear it down. So how am I getting over? I'm thinking this might be the best spot. Our mower shouldn't sink, so we're gonna go grab it and we're gonna try to go over it from here. There's a couple of trees he wants knocked down, and some of the land he wants sloped down, and he wants better access to the river. So I ended up renting an excavator. I'm hoping I got one big enough for what we gotta do, but now that we gotta cross over the river, so I better make sure there's a spot there that's not too deep because we're gonna be renting a $150,000 excavator. I really don't want to sink it. We're just gonna have to send it through it. Oh my, we barely made it. We barely made it through the water. It was up pretty high. Good thing we didn't get stuck because we would have lost our mower. Now this side, okay, this side is a lot deeper. The bank is steeper on the other side, so I don't know. I'm thinking this might be the best spot to go, but it's still not that good. Maybe I should have got the excavator dropped off first because I could have fixed up the area for the mower and sloped the bank off so we can actually make it across. And I could have lifted it across if I had to, but we're just going to send it. Oh, we almost lost it there. We almost went under. But we made it. That's the main thing. We still got our mower. It's still running. And we're on the right side. Now, getting back, I don't know how we're going to do that yet. But what a nice property to have it overgrown like this. Abandoned. Like, this got to be close to $1 million for a cabin. And it's in a private area. Like, there's no cabins by it. Well, I just got the call. The excavator is here. So we got to go back over and grab it. And I'm a bit nervous to do it. Now, this is a nice excavator. This is probably the size I would get if I could afford one for this company, because you can do a lot of custom work for landscaping. And this one here is brand new. So I'm a bit nervous over that, just for the fact that we gotta drive it through a river. We don't really drive excavators through rivers very often because we mostly mow lawns, so we gotta be very careful. But he wants us to kind of knock everything down on our way over, because later on he's going to end up making a bridge from here to that little island to his cabin. So there is going to be a lot of digging, and he don't want us to actually dig out that yet, and which is good for us because I didn't really rent a big enough excavator to dig out half a mountain. Now it's time for something I don't want to do, just for the fact that this is expensive. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Okay, it's getting pretty high. Okay, we went through the worst part so far. We got our feet wet, nothing major. We actually just cleaned off the tracks. That's mostly what we did. I just gotta see one thing. I want to know how deep it is on the other side down below. So we got an excavator, we got an arm. We're able to see how deep it is without going in, hopefully. Okay, that's deep. We would have lost our mower. We would have lost our mower for sure right there. That has to be over 10 feet deep. So we're not going that way. We're pretty much going to take the same way. It's going to be the easiest spot for us to cross with an excavator. We know it's not too deep. We just went through here with our mower. Okay, I think I should have put it in turtle because we shot ourselves into the water. Okay, when we go back over next time, I'm actually going to try to fix that up a bit because it's going to be a lot steeper from this side. We ended up going up to our shoulders in water, and we can't be doing that with a rental. But this is what we got to do here. He wants us to kind of slope this bank back a bit, because later on he's going to dig it down a bit, so we got a nice view of the river. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just getting all these bushes, anything I can reach with the excavator and make it a bit easier, because all this is going to be dug up anyway, so you don't really care if there's no lawn here. There's going to be a couple trees we got to cut down. Is really close to the property, and we have a nice bit of dirt to move. He wants us to just haul it back from the cabin for now and try to slope the bank out. Well, we got most of the grubbing bushes, whatever you want to call it, away from the front of the house. Now we're going to cut down 2 trees. That's all he wants us to cut down for now. So it's this one here. And let's see if it goes the right way. Okay, we lucked out. Imagine if that went back and hit the cabin. We'll lose a lot of money. And we're going to cut this little one down. And this is pretty dangerous because the other one is actually held up by this one. Uh-oh, it's coming towards us. Well, that was probably almost our last job. I'm just going to slope this out now while we get the excavator up here before we get the lawnmower and finish around the property, because up here is kind of close to the front bridge and he kind of wants it sloped back a bit more. He's going to put a driveway here later on. Those bushes are going to be pretty hard to do with our mower, but he kind of wants to keep the lawn there, so I can't really dig it up with the excavator. Well, that only took me 2 hours, but we got the front done. We sloped it down a bit. We didn't do too much with the sloping, just for the fact that it's only temporary. We're coming back in a couple weeks and actually probably dig everything else up. Now it's time for the hardest thing. We got to try to knock every bush down with this mower. We're getting hit in the face before we actually knock them down. I wish they had that skid steer ready. This would have been the perfect job to try it out with a cutter, because we could actually do it a lot faster and we wouldn't be getting hit in the face. I have another mower lined up that we're going to try out tomorrow on the properties that we got to finish up on the subdivision. Well, it's been a couple hours and we finally got it cleared out around the house. We made $10,000 off this job so far. We're going to be coming back tomorrow after we finish up our regular clients' lawns, and we're going to just do a bit more maintenance around the property. Instead of cutting all that bank out, he's just going to cut the corner off and have a driveway leading down, and he's going to try to put a bridge in to that island and to the island to the other side. I don't think we're going to be doing the bridges ourselves. He's going to hire a contractor for that, but we're going to be doing the groundwork. So we're going to come back tomorrow and finish that all off, hopefully for the contractor. But this is it for the video. I'll see you in the next. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of our mowing series. I'm just on my way down to the dealership to pick up that skid steer, and then we're gonna head back up to our job at the cabin because we got some stuff to finish. Okay, this ain't good. The truck died on me. I was able to get to the side of the road. We're not too far away from our shop, so I am gonna walk back and grab the mini bike, and we're gonna have to try to figure something out. This truck's not reliable anymore. We need another one. I was planning on buying another truck, but not right now. But I guess I'm gonna have to. And I'm gonna phone a mechanic, see if we can get like a mobile mechanic come out and check it out. I'm just gonna drop the trailer before I go get the mini bike, just in case we gotta bring it to an actual garage and it needs to be towed. That's one less thing they gotta do. I'm so lucky I wasn't too far away from the shop because I really don't like walking that much. But you know what? The worst part is today, I actually got somebody hired on to help us out. I was supposed to pick them up, grab our other mower, and we were going to go drop him off to a property, and he was going to do the properties and leave when he was done. Well, I'm late picking them up, but I do have a lead on a truck. We're going to go look at it there now. I'm going to take a shortcut, and we're going to get there so we can actually get another truck, and he probably will end up using that truck when our other one gets fixed. I don't have too many lawns to do today. We got to do this football field before 6 o'clock because there's a game tonight. So we got to get this going. We got to go get a truck. We got to get a mower, and we got to get this done. I wonder, can I hit this? Ah, we got a nice bit of air. We did a little wheelie at the end, and we're here. This is the truck we're looking at. Chevy S10. It's a smaller truck. I know that, but for our price range right now, we don't have that much money, and this is going to be our employee's truck to use, and he'll be able to go around doing the residential lines for us just to help us out, and we'll be able to focus on the commercial properties. We paid $4,500 for this truck. It's a very small truck, but it's in all right shape, and I'm hoping it's going to last us for a little bit. I would have liked to get a bigger truck, something a little bit more heavy duty, but I just couldn't really afford that right now, and we got to go to the dealership. We actually just spent even more money. We got to go pick it up. We got to sign some papers, and this is the reason we had to cheap out on the truck. This truck is way too small for this setup, but it's going to have to work till we get our other truck back. So we ended up paying $6,000 as our down payment, and we're financing the rest because we need something. And with this, we can do other types of jobs. We got the bucket, we got the grapple, we got the mowing attachment, so we can still do mowing jobs, and it's a good size cut. And we got the trailer. We needed another trailer. This is going to be the setup that I will be using. I'm going to give my other mower to our employee once I get it back. Well, I just picked Chad up and we're going to the subdivision. This is where he's going to be working for the day. I'm really no good at driving manual. I keep stalling out going up this hill, but we're getting the hang of it. It don't help with all the weight we got on this trailer, and this little S10 really can't handle it. And we're going up gravel. Uh-oh, am I gonna make it? I sure hope so. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of Chad. Chad's a bit younger. Chad's about 18 years old, just came out of school, and he wanted a summer job, so we got him hired on, and hopefully he stays with us if he's good. If he's not good, he can leave. Sorry, Chad, but that's the truth. You gotta be good if you want to stay with us. So I'm gonna drop this trailer for you, and you're gonna do these lines, and once you get them done, I'm gonna leave you the mini bike so you can get home because I'm gonna be a bit later at the other job, but I'm hoping by tomorrow we got this truck fixed so you can just take this one. There's 3 lines to do. It's on the other side of the road. Don't do the ones with the hill. It's just these 3 properties here. get them done, get them done good, and I'll see you later. I was talking to the mechanic. We had to come out and look at this truck. He said it's going to be a bit more work, and it would be better if I brought it to a garage because you kind of need ramps to get everything fixed up. Because there's a couple other things gone besides. So it's going to be a bit of work, but I'm able to get it into the garage again. So we're going to get everything ready. We're going to get a tow truck, come pick it up. Once the tow truck gets it, we're going to come by later on today and grab our trailer. And he said he should be able to get this truck fixed for us for tomorrow, which will help us out because we'll be able to give Chad this truck and we'll get our mini bike. I am looking at buying a dirt bike too, but we just had to spend way too much money, so I'm going to have to wait. Well, it's time for me to go for a swim. I'm changed over into my swimming trunks. We got to actually swim across. I wish there was another way across, but this is all we can do for now. I'm just going to let this warm up, and while this is warming up, we're going to grab our lawnmower because we don't need it over here anymore. So we're going to get wet again. We're going to bring it across and get it over by our pickup truck. Of course, today is just not our day. We got a dead battery on the lawnmower, so I'm going to have to try to boost it, but I got no jumper cables. I feel like just throwing it in the water and probably getting insurance money from it. Should I just push it down the hill and just say, I don't know what happened to it? Let's just keep pushing it. I don't see the lawnmower. Is it in front of us? Or did somebody steal it? I'm just going to try to level this up because he got the contractors coming in tomorrow and they want to get started on this bridge. And all I got left to do on this property is just to make a ramp or a road from his cabin down to here and just have this level so they got something to work off. And then we're done on this property, which I'm happy about because if I gotta walk through the river one more time, I think that's gonna be it. I think I'm just gonna quit. I just finished that up. I called the homeowner. He didn't have booster cables, but he does have a battery charger. So we're gonna leave the mower here and charge it up. But this is what we got done so far. We got it sloped down and we got it leveled up on the bottom where they can start putting the bridge in. I don't know why they picked this spot for the bridge because they gotta have a bridge to the island and a bridge off it, and I think this might be like one of the widest spots, so it's probably not the best. I got the mower hooked up to the battery charger. We're gonna let that charge and we'll come by tomorrow, pick it up. But I gotta bring this excavator across the river. They're coming to get it in probably 20 minutes. I was a bit late finishing up, so they're gonna be here soon, so I better hurry up and get across the river. Well, I gotta take my time. I do not want to sink this. I do not want to get in trouble. And I don't want to pay $150,000 or have to pay to just get it fixed. Well, I am getting pretty hungry, and those deer... Should I take one with the bucket? I'm just gonna have to send it. No hesitation, just send it. Oh my. I think this spot's deeper. Oh, we're over the cab. Oh, we're almost in the exhaust. Oh, whew. We just made it. We just made it. But they're almost here. I gotta hurry up. I'm not gonna go over that way. We gotta try to get the same spot. I know we didn't just then, but hopefully we're hitting the same spot now because that's deep. Uh-oh. I just gotta keep going. I can't stop. I think this is... Uh-oh. The river get higher? Like, I thought we crossed right here. Well, that could have been really bad. We almost flooded this excavator. Good thing we didn't have to stop. I just got off the phone with Chad and he's finished over there, which is good for us because we're kind of late. We need to go do that football field before the game tonight or we're going to get in trouble. So I better hurry up. We only got an hour and a half to go grab it and cut the lawn. Well, they got this brought to the garage. It's not in the garage yet. I thought it would be by now. We're running low on time now. That took us half hour to get over here, but we got to collect the money. We got to get this trailer hooked up. And good thing for us, the football field is actually on the same road. I do like this trailer, but that truck is just way too small. I don't know how it's going to handle down this road. We got our $300 from 3 of these houses, so we're going to hop in the truck, try to turn around, and I pray we're going to make it down this hill. This is a steep hill, there's a lot of turn, and I really don't think this truck is made for this much weight. Okay, yeah. Hopefully we don't go over the edge. Oh, that was close. Yeah, this is not made for this truck. This setup's just gonna have to be for our bigger truck because we almost just went into a tree. We can't send a new guy on jobs with a trailer with this much weight, so we're gonna switch it out for sure. Well, we don't have much time to get this done, so I better get started. This is my first time actually really driving this skid steer. I think the mower might be a bit too big for the size, but that's all I had, and I didn't want to buy it without a mower. I really got to try to get this done because this is one of our bigger contracts and we can't afford to lose it, so we gotta get it done. Well, that didn't take me long at all to actually get it all finished. About half hour, and they're able to play the game tonight. I'm gonna put the mower on and we're going to head back to the house, get changed, and we're gonna come back and watch the game. We made $1,000 off this job, and we're going to pick up our pickup truck tomorrow. I called the mechanic and it's going to be ready. So this is it for the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.